Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Emily if you're new. First off, Happy New Year and Happy Christmas. Sorry I haven't been posting. Everything's gone absolutely mental from about Christmas until next week. My life is just insane. I'm going to be reviewing these 10 makeup brushes from Real Techniques. So I don't remember the name of this set, but I got it before Christmas and I'm not sure they sell it anymore, but I think they sell the individual brushes, so I'm going to tell you the numbers and everything. But I'm going to do like a full face only using brushes, and I mostly use sponges or my fingers, so I'm not really sure how this is going to go. Okay, so in order, the brushes I have are this Seamless Complexion one, which is number 241, this Brightening Concealer, which is number 242, a powder brush 201, this setting brush is 402, this is a sheer radiance fan and it is 447, this base shadow brush 301, a little shading brush 307, and then an essential crease brush which is number 310, and then a definer brush which is 313. So I'm gonna start with just a base. They don't have a blush brush in this set. I'll probably just use the brush that I always use. Okay, but I'm going to start with this Seamless Complexion one. I haven't tanned at the moment, so I'm going to be using the Maybelline Superstay in shade 06.5. I'm pretty sure it's like pretty pale. It's one of the palest they sell, and it's still kind of too dark for me at this point in the year. So I've just plopped a bit on my hand. This brush is like angled like that. It's really, it looks like it would be really good. So I'm just going to take a dab, and then this is a very creamy formula, so it is applying pretty well. So far this is good. This is blending out, I think, better than a beauty blender, especially because this is like a very liquidy formula. This works because the beauty blender always just takes all the product and then absorbs it, and you end up not actually putting that much on your face, which is good for light coverage, but when you're like in dire need of some coverage, this brush I think is better than a beauty blender, although I love a beauty blender and I have one from Real Techniques which I love. My only issue is that this doesn't match my skin anymore. I've been working in a studio for the last week and arriving before the sun rises and leaving after the sun sets. I haven't had any vitamin D in a while. The coverage is good. It's so even. Yeah?
Nice. Let me know how it is.
My boyfriend just bought me a potato skin, so I'm going to eat that at some point. This next brush is for brightening concealer, so I'm going to use my multitasker concealer. I have this in the shade, actually I don't know what shade, but it's pale. Like it's in 040 Ivory. I think it's still warm tone, but it's very pale. So I always just put a little bit under here, a little here, and then I have a couple spots at the moment. I don't know why I have one on my neck, and then maybe here as well. Okay, this is quite a thick, like dry concealer, so often a wet beauty blender is the best for this, but so far this actually is doing really well. I've never used brushes for concealer before, and I'm really surprised at how like everything, like with a beauty blender I feel like stuff moves around, but with these brushes everything stays in place. It's probably a bit of a slower process, but from the looks of it, it already applies better. Normally in the morning I'm just going for speed, but next time I'm doing my makeup properly I'll definitely be using brushes like this. That blended out perfectly. Okay, next is a setting brush. So I'm gonna set under my eyes with, this is Revolution Translucent Baking Powder. It's very good, but it's very drying. So I'm only gonna put a little bit. These brushes are less, how would you say it? Like they're less precise than a beauty blender, but I think it means that you can use less product. This translucent powder from Revolution is so pale. I feel like it just makes me look so white every time I put it on. Again guys, I'm not a professional makeup artist in any way. I do more tips for like everyday makeup or like makeup specifically for work, that kind of thing. I'm not going to pretend I'm a makeup artist. I haven't been trained or anything. I'm trying to do makeup reviews for like the everyday working girl, so I'm not getting crazy technical with anything. Next I've got this powder brush. It's ginormous, and the only powderish thing I have is this NARS. This is more translucent powder, but I use this all over my face, and it just, this and the Laura Mercier one just always make me feel airbrush, although I don't know if this is actually going to come out. Normally I use quite a hard little brush for this, but this is working. It definitely gives better coverage. So that's a base done. I think I'm going to use for contour, because it didn't come with a contour brush or a blush brush, I'm going to do my contour with a cream and then reuse that first brush and see if it can blend out something a bit darker, because this is a completely different formula and it's going to be very obvious if this doesn't blend out. So this is the anti-age eraser from, I'm pretty sure this is Maybelline. This is the one that everyone gets, honestly. For every day, this is the best. Nothing else can compete. It's just the best I've used so far. I keep coming back to it. It's so easy because you just put it on with a stick as well. There's no like mixing or blending. This does blend out well with this brush, and it moves it around less than a beauty blender. I'm doing lots of little brushes, like back into my hairline and then back towards my forehead. Oh, these brushes are great. By the way, I'm not sponsored. I'm just doing these reviews because I needed more makeup brushes, so I got these.
And it's so tasty. Did you use the polished sausage?
Okay, so that contour worked perfect. I'm gonna do my blush with, this isn't unbranded, I'm pretty sure it's like Primark or something. This is why my brush situation was just so bad. I don't even know what this brush is meant for. I'm just using it to put on my blush and it worked. But I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I need to put in a bit more care with the brushes that I use. So I will be trying to find a new blush brush. Oh my god. It's such a tongue twister. So the next one is Sheer Radiant. If you guys watched all my advent calendar reviews, then you know that I have my new favorite highlighter, which is this Little Revolution one. It's called Dare to Divulge. That's a pretty good name. And I like it because it's not very intense, and I really hate intense highlighter. I think it looks so bad. So this one blends in. This brush is okay. It's definitely the right shade. I don't know if it's the formula, but it's pretty hard to like blend it. But I think if you wanted to do like up here and up here, that would be amazing. Oh no, I think you put spice in. So far, least blown away by that brush, but that's only because I don't really wear highlighter anyway, so it's not my area of expertise. Okay, next we're moving on to shadows, so I'm quickly gonna do my brows. Lately, for some reason, I've been using this Perfect and Slim L'Oreal. It's like a super liner. It's meant for your eyes, but honestly, because this is running out, it's so, I don't know, it comes off very, very easily, especially when I'm outside all day, like in the elements, like it just doesn't stay. So I've started using it on my eyebrows instead, and it's perfect. And then also from the Revolution advent calendar, I have this like, it's eyebrow gel in a crayon. It's great. It doesn't leave any kind of residue. Obviously this isn't like eyebrow gel, I'm not gelling my eyebrows back, but it's nice to keep them in the right position for a minute. Next, I'm going to use the base shadow brush, which is 301. I'm going to use my favorite palette, which is the Too Faced Natural Matte palette. I haven't done my makeup in so long. I think it's been like a week since I've properly done my makeup. This poor palette hasn't been opened in a minute. I'm going to use Less is More and Cleavage, only because I'm using this one up so much and I don't want to lose it. So I'm mixing it with some other shades that I don't like as much. Firstly, this brush is the perfect size to just literally cover your whole lid. There's no precision obviously, but you don't need that when you're doing the base color. But I've actually never used I've never used an eyeshadow brush this big. That might have been where my problems have been, because I've always had trouble blending out eyeshadow, but if they're supposed to be this big, that makes more sense. So I'm putting it up here, and then I've already got it on my lid. I did that bit already. That looks great. That is the easiest eyeshadow I think I've ever done. I'm just putting some last bit under my eyes. This one, 10 out of 10. That's the 301, just in case you wanted it. Next, we're doing a shading brush. Do I know what that means? It came with a bit of paper. Shading brush. Short, dense bristles, building cream and powder color to intensify coverage. I guess that's still for eyeshadow. Or maybe nose contour? It's definitely for more precise. I guess this must be a nose contour brush. Right? I don't know, I have a feeling you can do whatever with it. So I'm just gonna add in a little bit more smoke. I'm gonna use Hookup and Less is More. And then, oh my gosh, this is so dark. Just go gently along my lid, along my lash line even. This is how you know I'm not a professional makeup artist, because I don't know half the names. By the way, you guys, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I've been trying to figure out a way to like address it, but I don't really know how. It's very mental to me, and I've been working for this for ages, and even though I've like wanted it for so long, it still doesn't make sense in my head why there are 1,000 of you guys who are subscribed to me. Anyway, thank you so much, and thank you to all the new viewers that I've had recently. It means so much to me, and it really warms my heart, even though it completely confuses me and overwhelms me, but thank you guys so much. Okay, now I'm gonna do the Essential Crease Brush. I'm gonna mix a bunch just to make a slightly light brown, and then I guess I'll put it up here. That's really good. Okay, so it definitely applies well, but will it blend out? That is the question. This is what people do in YouTube, isn't it? Oh, and it blends out. This is transforming how I do eyeshadow. I really didn't know it could be this easy. I've been using terrible brushes. This set was only £20 and I'm pretty sure, even though I haven't seen this one online anymore, I know they sell bumper packs like this. Not like this, like these brushes. If you're starting with makeup or if you're just looking to like actually get better at it, I'm thinking a bumper set like this might be a really good idea. This is very dark. This is so much darker than I ever do my makeup. Okay, the last one is a definer brush. So I'm gonna use maybe Sexpert, I think that one. Now, I'm really particular on these. I've had one brush for about 10 years. Hilariously, I can't find it, but it's really tiny and really precise, and that's what I've been using. And I got it in a pack when I was at like uni or something, or college. I got it in like one of those free packs where it was like 12 makeup brushes for 99p, and the only brush that was even half decent was this teeny tiny one. It was really sharp and really dense. So this has a lot to live up to. With my 99p brushes. Oh yeah, this is already just as good, if not better. This is perfect. This brush is amazing. I'll admit it's quite thick, so I had my doubts, but this is great. It's very, very subtle. I don't understand makeup brush science. How have they managed to get some brushes that work and some brushes that don't? This is great. So that concludes the brush review section of the video. I'm just gonna finish my makeup now. I think I only have mascara. I've been using this Scandaleyes Rimmel Volume on Demand one. It's okay, it's just very messy, and I realized that I've just spent so long on my eyeshadow. Okay, we'll see if I can manage this. I think I managed to do it without getting it all over my eyelids. This mascara is okay, but it's so messy that it's not really practical. I hate to say it because there's so much product, it gets everywhere. Okay, my final step is, this is the Clinique Black Honey. I think this went viral. I missed it, but my mom got me some Clinique skincare for Christmas, and I got this, and I was like, oh, what's this? I'll just try it. Honestly, you guys look. It feels like a gloss. It like applies like a balm. The only thing is I wish they did it in a lighter shade because this is really dark on me, but I think this goes with the look, so it's okay. My stupid story is I was so excited about this lip gloss that I brought it out on New Year's and then was so excited that I was putting it on everyone. Don't worry, I've sanitized it since. Anyway, and then I lost it and I was like, ugh. I just got it and then I lost it immediately, and I was like making everyone try it and I was like, oh my god, it's so expensive, and I got it and now I've lost it. And then it fell out of my trousers in the wash one day. So I've cut it so it has no cooties. I will not be letting people try my lip glosses again, and I will not be taking my expensive lip glosses on nights out, that's for sure, even if it's just the pub for New Year's. Never again. Anyway, it is worth the hype. Even me, super pale girly, it looks good on me. I think it would look good on everyone. Okay, I did my whole makeup with brushes and it doesn't actually look, it looks like the best makeup I've done in ages. I think I'm converted to a brush girly now. It also feels a lot more bougie. Like this is giving like Hailey Bieber, like holding the very end of the brush and just like, it feels a bit more bougie than a dusty musty beauty blender. And trust me, I love beauty blenders, but like when you're just smacking it on your face every morning, it doesn't feel that relaxing and beautiful. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed my review. I hope it was useful. Let me know if you're gonna get any of those brushes. I do think it's a good beginner set. It was cheap, it was like £20 and it came with 10 brushes. So I think that's a good deal, and the brushes seem pretty good quality. Either way, it worked, and I would definitely recommend that set. That with the Revolution Advent Calendar, I feel like has sorted me. Like I have what I need now, but we'll see. I'm gonna keep trying to upgrade it and I'll bring you guys along. But for now, these brushes are perfect, great. Like they give me that extra boost that I kind of wanted. Like I wanted to up my skills a little bit with makeup. So they're not exactly beginner, but you can still use them as a beginner set. They'll just take a bit of a while to figure out what a crease is if you're like young and you don't know. But for me, these were perfect. I really love the coverage, super easy to blend out. So yeah, I love it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you did enjoy this. Join the family. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!